Alright, everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we got a really interesting day. I think you guys are going to learn a lot from what I just did today, so let's just hop right into it. First things first, let's go look at the news. Perfect. So yesterday was FOMC, and then today we had some news coming out at 8:30, but nothing that I was really thinking about looking at. I was more so interested in uh, the morning session. I wasn't really interested in the PM because the news came out 8:30. Usually that means for me, the AM session is going to have like the best move of the day. So that's kind of what I was looking at for today. And now heading back into the charts, let's kind of just break down what happened. So right off the bat, the market just dumped at 9:30. This candle right here, if I zoom in a bit. 9:30, market just started dumping. We opened, dump, 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 all the way down here. And so I'm bullish biased for the rest of Thursday, the rest of the week. So you guys know. So I'm thinking like, okay, if my bias is right, which I think it is, and like I said, I could have been wrong. If you guys were on the stream, I was like, I could be wrong. But if I'm right, then the bullish bias is going to come in the morning session. We're going to have a reversal today. So I was looking at, okay, if we are going to have a reversal, where are we going to reverse? And I looked at how far low NQ was relative to the other indices. And I noticed that, as you can see, ES did not take the same low. So the Thursday here, Thursday low from 2 a.m. was taken by NQ, but failed to be taken by ES. Okay, bullish confirmation number one. We'll put that here. It's also considered SSMT. No, it's not. This next one is, though. And the next one was... Wait, technically, yeah, okay, sorry. This is a sequential SMT between the London low and the New York AM low. I was like, wait, what am I thinking about? So if we go here onto my little indicator thingy, and we turn on session quarters and disable everything else, like I said, you can see here, oh, there's way too many sessions. There you go. So as you can see, the longs were looking really valid. Why? Because we had the manipulation leg lower, and I wanted to see a reversal in the AM session. Even though, yes, you can say like, oh, well, we distributed to the downside. How could you say that we were going to continue upwards? Because I play even a zoom in. You got to keep zooming in, so I'll explain that in a second. But like I said, we had some sequential SMT between here. I'll actually rename this as SMT between the two quarters here. As you can see, we had NQ take it, and like I said, ES did not take the same low, which was beautiful. Exactly what I expected to see. So that was confirmation number one. So what was my secondary confirmation? When did I really want to enter? That is when, oh, also we're below Q2 open, true open of the day, the midnight open. So that is perfect for longs. You do not want to go long above that. So what was like the main final confirmation was actually the microcycle. So let's kind of zoom in here on the microcycle. This one we do have to enable quite a bit. Oops, too much. Okay, there you go. So going into the microcycle, I was kind of looking at like, okay, also in the 90-minute as well. I'll kind of turn that one on. Just let me, there you go. Which I know this looks like a lot, but bear with me. So going into the morning session, we had the microcycle have this really nice distribution leg, right? In this green box here. And you could say like, oh, well, this is distribution of the day. Okay, perfect. But then the next box, you can see this red one here, which was after 10:30, means like, okay, now we're going to see a reversal or a continuation of the previous quarter. Now, if I was bearish bias, I would assume that we just continue lower. But since I was bullish bias, we already had our first confirmation here with our SSMT. My bias is correct. We've already manipulated, oh, heavily manipulated to the downside. I believe we were going to continue higher. So I'm like, okay, let's go long. So on stream, I basically said that, hey, this is going to be the low of the day. And I'll plug that clip in for you right now. Okay, so like I said, guys, that was the clip where I was like calling out that 1017, which was this low, was going to be the low of the day. Because why? This is the final microcycle of the distribution leg, and this is where we're going to start the reversal. This is going to be where the reversal macro starts tapping in, right? 1020 to 1030, or not 1020 to 1030, sorry, 1007 to 1030. So I was like, perfect, like this is it. And so I entered here off this inverse fair value gap. And this is where I went wrong. I set my stop pretty small. And as you can see here, it ended up stopping me out at 1039. So if you guys were here in the live stream, That's where the clip was from, by the way. Tune in the live streams every day, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you can see I did get stopped, which really sucked. I think for me, it was just like the trade would have been valid if I just put it at the low of the move instead of trying to like save a few points by putting it like right below here. Like I've been trying to experiment, I guess, with this thing. It's like fixed stops, right, where the stop is always the same. Today it did not quite work out, so I was kind of like, oh, that's unfortunate. So I got stopped, and I'm like, all right, like whatever. Like I guess we were just wrong today. But this is a good case where if you guys were listening, a case of being right and still not winning trades. So I've told you guys about this a lot. I've talked about this a lot. That a lot of the times you can be completely right. Like guys, I literally, not to be like, oh, I'm the best trader ever, but it is true, right? Like I did call out the low of the day when we were gonna reverse. I entered a position. I didn't hesitate. You guys saw on the stream. I immediately entered, and it still didn't work out, right? Just because my stop wasn't in the right place. I was trying to save some points, whatever the reasoning was. It could have even been like, like the reasoning doesn't matter. It's just like, wow, you missed out on a really big move. I mean, wow, this is like what, 1,000 ticks, almost 300 points that I called out for the day. Um, Obviously, I wasn't going to aim for all this. I was just aiming for this, but the same principle applies where it's like you can be right and still not make any money off of it. And obviously, like this is a big part of trading, right? You have to be able to take like, okay, I took my loss. Like I took a loss today, even though I was right, even though I still had my bias completely right. I called everything right. I didn't hesitate to enter the trade. Nothing went wrong, and you still lose. And that's when you have to like if you can accept that, you're going to be very, very, very successful, or much more successful than you were if you couldn't handle that. Because now you can say like, wow, I'm just grateful that I was right. Like, okay, like we took a loss, whatever. Losses, you're shifting from an identity of like measuring the outcome versus measuring the process, right? Measuring the journey. Like if I was here just measuring the P&L, I would be very upset today. I'd be like, man, like I'm red today. How am I red? I just called out the whole move. You can be upset, or you can take it as like, you know what? I executed as best as I could. Obviously, I made a mistake not putting the stop to the very low and just having it, you know, a little bit higher, which ended up stopping me out. But at the end of the day, like I still believe that I'm gonna work it out. We're still gonna pass these evals. We're still gonna get these payouts. We still know what we're doing, right? Nothing's changed. All that's changed was one day, one outcome. And if you measure yourself by that, you are never really gonna find success in trading. You need to measure yourself, almost like measuring on the higher time frame. That's a funny example. But if you measure your trading like you're trading like a 1 minute chart, you're never gonna see the full picture, right? And so that's what today's lesson, I guess, was. Today's like men like today's lesson. Yeah, let's just do today's lesson was just sometimes you're right and you still don't make money, and are you okay with that? And if you can be okay with that, then that's when you're really gonna find a lot of success, I believe, trading, because that's just it's patience, it's discipline, it's all the good stuff and none of the bad stuff, even if you were right. So that's pretty much it for me today. Right now we're about break even on the evals. I'll throw a little screenshot on screen or something if I want to edit this video. But yeah, so we're looking pretty good so far on the evals, right? We're taking it slow. I did size up lately. I've been trading 2 micros instead of one. I usually used to trade one, but I'm like, no, like I feel like the risk is better. Like I'm understanding the risk better more with two. So today would have been literally half my account passed. But obviously, like I said, you gotta learn to just say okay. So tomorrow, Friday, I do not trade Fridays, so I will not be trading tomorrow. I will be streaming. I will be, I guess, tape reading is what people call it, right? Or forward testing with a paper trading account, maybe. But yes, I do not trade Fridays. I just haven't had any success with it in the past, like at all. So I'm just gonna chill off the Fridays, and we'll be back trading. You get another trade recap on Monday. So I'll see you guys then. Peace out.